Well, it seems like almost every week we one up the prior week as far as progress in the company. This week was a big one. All right, I'm here in Fairfield, Connecticut. I'm in the parking lot of St. Pius Church. Let me show you the parking lot first. You get a sense of it. Okay. There's the church, and then the property extends over there. There's a river over there. There's easily enough space for 15 to 20 360 hoop courts here. Along that back wall where the right there, we're going to get permission to park our tractor trailer there. We're going to know that in the next few days. We're going to park the tractor trailer there because during spring break in April, we're going to have an outdoor event with maybe every one of our hoops set up right here in this parking lot. All right. Now, you're going to ask, Anthony, how the hell are we going to get teams to play an event that has 15 360 hoops in a parking lot in Fairfield, Connecticut, you might ask? Let me tell you. So, you all know we brought in amazing Coach Mike Jarvis II, who's on board our company. He's been here it wasn't that long ago that we had lunch. Mike, you remember that? Was that like 2 months ago? It wasn't that long ago. Anyhow, Mike got started, and one of his first connections that he introduced the company to, who's an investor, is a very good friend of his named Michael Reyes. Mike Reyes also lives in Fairfield, Connecticut, and he's a really great guy. He's going to be very involved in the company. So Hannah and I came down to Fairfield, Connecticut this morning, bringing the 360 Hoops trailer. So we took the trailer that was in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, and we brought it down to Mike Reyes's driveway, okay, where it is right now. And we had an amazing meeting with Mike Reyes and a person he introduced us to who's a good friend of the two of them. His name is Drew, and Drew runs a program that has 28 club teams. Okay, so he has club teams, he has summer camps, he has holiday sessions, just all things basketball. Been doing it for 15, 20 years. You should also know that, like, anytime I meet with someone in basketball, I always run by Greg Christoph and say, Greg, what do you think of so-and-so? And Greg literally said about Drew, he said, Drew is awesome. Greg is tough, man. He doesn't say that many people are awesome, okay? So he said Drew is awesome. Drew's the real deal. Okay, great. So now, we're here in Michael Reyes' kitchen, me, Hannah, Mike Reyes, and Drew, and then we brought Patrick on. We did a little, Patrick went through a slide deck. We talked to him for a couple hours. And so, what is Drew's interest in 360 Hoops? Everything. He wants to use it in his programs. He wants to sell them. He wants to buy them. He wants to invest in the company, like everything. Okay? You name it, anything we would do in a state, he wants to do it. All right, so that's good. That's good. All right, so how are we going to roll this out? So 1 week from this coming Saturday, so in under 2 weeks, there's a 3-on-3 event that Drew's doing at a church. So it's just like a one basketball court church facility. And it's to raise money for pediatric cancer. That's going to be the first time 360 Hoops is played in Connecticut. We're going to do a little ribbon cutting, and we're converting this 3-on-3 event, which is already in the books, we're converting it to a 360 Hoops. We're probably going to do 2 3-hour sessions. It's not going to be a bracket tournament, so it's just going to be, every 10 minutes, blow the whistle, next set of kids come on there, maximum play, little dunk contest, call it a day. That's it, real simple. It's actually free to register for this event, and then there's an optional donation for this pediatric cancer charity. So we're going to be part of that. We'll probably set up 2 or 3 360 Hoops, and we're going to convert this existing concept that's going on a week from this Saturday to a 360 Hoops and blow it up. Then the following week, Drew has his practices. So now he's got 28 teams. So they actually practice in 3 different facilities, Monday through Thursday. So every Monday, there's 3 different practices going on. Every Tuesday, 3, Wednesday, 3, Thursday, 3. So we calculated, we said, all right, we want to bring out 360 Hoops to all of his teams, all of his players, just like we did in New Hampshire. So we'll bring, say, 2 to 3 360 hoops out, probably just 2 of them, but we could bring 2 or 3. And he has about 5 teams at a time in a practice. So it's about 50 people. So maybe it works out to about 15 teams. We could have teams of just 3 players, so we don't even need subs. And on each weekday for 3 consecutive weeks, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, following week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, following week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. In 3 weeks, each one of his groups would have had a chance to play 360 hoops for a couple hours. Meaning that 5 of his teams at a time will play 360 hoops, 1 each day, 4 days a week for 3 consecutive weeks. Every one of his teams would have played it 1 time over 3 weeks. So now let's think about that for a second. I think that's going to start. I want to say in about 2 weeks or so. It's like, I think it's the Monday after that pediatric cancer 3-on-3 is when practices start. So we'd roll that out a little bit after that. And essentially, over 3 weeks, we'd have all of his teams part of this. Now, think about how we could add value to someone that has a club program, like Drew. Well, for them to come out and play it, maybe it would be like $30 per team. It's $10 a kid. Maybe there'd be $10 a gate. It's approximately about $1,000 that's being generated. Now, in this particular case, since we're just launching this in Connecticut, we really want to, make this really, really cool. What if that money for the team and for the gate, for that team's one opportunity to play it on a practice night, what if that went to pediatric cancer? Nothing wrong with that. That means we're contributing the time. Michael Jarvis is out here. Michael Reyes is out here. The truck is out here. We could probably leave the hoops at the facility that we use. So, those things are a little bit easier. This is not a tournament. Like, we're not having to, have referees and officiators. We're just having kids play, and we're going to, blow it up for a few hours. But if you think about it, that would raise $1,000 each time. So over 3 weeks, it's about $12,000. Think about that. We could go to someone, any club program that has 28 teams or more or less the same size could earn $5,000 or $10,000 or $12,000. What if it was a split with the company? Half it went to the company, or 25% to them, 75% of the company. So many different ways to revenue share it, but what a great way to get started. We can literally get started with Drew by bringing in over $10,000 to a charity of his choice and launching 360 Hoops in Fairfield, Connecticut. And that's after doing an event that raises money for pediatric cancer. Guys, I'm not finished. Okay, I'm not finished. All of that is going to lead to an event in April in this parking lot that I just showed you. Okay, so remember I showed you the parking lot? You're like, Anthony, how are you going to get enough teams to play on 15 courts? Come on, how are we going to do that? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we had 3 people sign up for something. Okay, yeah, that's how we're going to do it. We're going to have an event a week from Saturday that's already a 3-on-3 event, but we're going to convert it to 360 Hoops. Then we're going to work with Drew's club of 28 teams, and over 3 weeks, each of his 5 teams per day are, like essentially over 3 weeks, we're going to have 12 different consecutive 360 Hoops events, all that buzz, all that excitement, all that social media sharing. And then they have another friend. There's a 4th person. The name escapes me, okay? But this person has about, 3,000 kids in his program. And this person runs camps and, winter camps and summer camps and feeds people to Drew. So now you have Drew with his 28 teams. You have this other person with a few thousand people. I mean, guys, we're going to blow this thing up. Did I mention that Gino Ariema is an investor in Connecticut? Like, we're going to blow this thing up right here in Connecticut and show what's possible with 360 Hoops. All right. Take it a couple of steps further. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to take it further than that. I want you guys to all absorb what I just shared with you. Okay? Great news for the state of Connecticut, for 360 Hoops, and for how we bring this game to the world.